My name is Mike Ockenden. I do a little bit of advisory work for the football club, and I'm delighted to be the spokesperson for Southall Football Club this evening. And I'm just going to have a quick introduction down the table of the people that we have here with us. Lee Taylor at the end, Charanjit Singh Gill, who is the Vice Chairman of Southall Football Club, China, for short. Simon Oswin, who's come down from Boston to be with us tonight. Tommy Taylor, who is Chairman of Southall Football Club, and Tommy's an ex-West Ham player and has coached and managed a number of football teams in the Football League over the years. I'm sure many of you would know who he is. And of course Trevor Brooking, who we're delighted to have with us this evening, the football director at the FA, I guess just recently back from the trip overseas, Trevor, so not from you.
Nah, that wasn't there.
Happy over the happy bendy days. Next to Trevor we have Peter Shreves. Many of you will know Peter Shreves managed Tottenham Hotspur Football Club for a number of years, and I think at Chelsea as well for a while. I think you have some links with Southall as well. Your brother, I believe.
Yes, my brother Danny played in the 50s, and I was 15, and I used to get the tube to Ealing Broadway, and then jump on the bus to Western Road and see my brother Danny. So that was good days.
Great. And then we have the local MP, Mr. Virendra Sharma. I'm delighted to have you with us this evening, Mr. Sharma. Thanks very much for coming. We have the head of Ealing Borough Council, I believe. I'd love to have you with us as well. Raj Rajendran, who is one of the directors of the club, and I'm sure you'll be answering some questions this evening, and we're delighted as well to have representatives from the Middlesex FA. So that's the whole gang in front of you.
Will the club be a stepping stone for Asians to get into either mainstream or even play for England one day?
Well, like I spoke to you just a little while ago, we want to have Asian players playing for us. We will try to help them as much as we can, point them in the right direction. At the end of the day, it's down to them how far they go and how far they want to go.
Are your next plans just looking at a stadium, or what would your next plan be?
To find a ground for us to play on. That is our big thing.
We have in a process of acquiring land, and once we get the right pitches, we have plans to set up international standard academy as well as stadium at a later stage. We have pretty ambitious and big plans, and we are working very closely with the council here, and everybody will come to know about that as well. But academy is something which we'll start straight away.
Can I say, from the council's point of view, we're very keen to help. We've had a number of meetings now, and we're looking in every way we can to be of assistance, because we're very anxious to get Southall Football Club on the move again, and certainly we're proud hosts as the borough to have a team like Southall for us to support. So we'll do everything we can.
Can I just make a point? You're talking about the local Asian boys. It will happen eventually. It will take a long time, but it will happen. I started coaching in the late 60s at Charlton. I was a youth team coach, and there was one coloured boy in the group. His name was Ben Odigi, I should never forget it. He got picked for England schoolboys. When we used to warm up in the game at Charlton, he used to literally come out in his overcoat, because his family had come from Jamaica or wherever it was, and that, I'd tell him off, but I knew full well that once the game started, off would come the overcoat and he'd score. And one of the best day's job I ever had, I took his mum and dad to Wembley. He was picked for England schoolboys, and he was the first coloured boy to play for England schoolboys. So, now of course it's come all they're better players than us, but it took a long time. But everyone said, no, they don't like the cold. No, they're cowards. They don't like tackling. But they came through, and I think that's what we've got to try and achieve here.
And we are in a process, as Mr. Julian must have told you, that our dialogue has already started, and we are narrowing down few locations. The moment we have that, we will be setting up what we call international standard facilities there, and we'll be working very closely with the community, so that we encourage youngsters to come to our club and join our academy, where we'll have top coaches to coach them. So our process has started now. Like for 19 years, what has happened in the past, has happened, but now it's a new thing that we are starting, and we have very ambitious plans.
We need some volunteers to run the clubs, and so whether you become a coach, you can become a referee, and that will get you fit. I mean, you mentioned that you get lazy as an older individual. The youngsters these days are really lazy. The lack of physical activity, the youngsters. We do sessions in schools. Some of them, we've got a skill coach scheme across the country, and we do some sessions in schools where some of the youngsters after 10 minutes are tired. They have to stop, can have a break, can have a drink. They are just physically unfit. Now, from a health point of view, let alone what we want to do from football, from a health point of view, I went to a medical conference 6 months ago, which was pretty scary. They said unless we make our youngsters, our young generation, more physically active.
And it'll be boys teams and girls teams as well, you know, it'll be both.
I mean, we do. Obviously, we encourage our young soldiers to play sport, because sport is it makes you part of a team. And if you look at some of our sporting stars, we've got Kelly Holmes, used to be in the army, Chris Akabuzi. So, you know, they all came in as soldiers and they got into bigger things. So we do promote sports in the army, because you've got to be part of a team.
Championship Football League for about 13, 14 years now as a physiotherapist and health and wellbeing. Now, from my experience, of your question, what I would say to that is it all stems from grassroots, as Sir Trevor said, and it's got to be inclusive for everybody. There's going to be a number of structures and an infrastructure to our company, Football and More, which will push through in the community. Our number one target is to get Southall back on the map. Sport, not just football. We're introducing hockey. We're introducing a number of sports through professional organisations going to be coming in and providing that for Southall. The younger lady there said about what age groups will we start at. We will start at 6 years of age, 5 years of age. Our coaches across the board will be UEFA A standard and UEFA B standard. Again, what we will be doing as well, this gentleman here said to me, said earlier, what can you give us for the older generation of Southall?
If we are genuinely interested to develop the Southall Football Club, then we need to concentrate tonight on how we can develop that new venture in our area. Southall Football Club was missing for many, many years. Many people tried, but I'm confident with the backing of the local community, local council, and local media, we will be able to develop this new venture into the successes in the future. What we need, go out, convey this message to thousands and thousands of Indian, Asian people in the West London area, that this club is there to give the service to the next generation, the young generation who is the hope for the future, the young generation who is going to play their part in the future football teams in this country. I have no doubt that maybe in the next 5 to 10 years' time, with the help of the new academy, we will have Southall lad playing at the national team. I have no doubt of that. I have full confidence what we can achieve.
From my point of view, I'm just very pleased as my role at the FA to be here. It involves football development. Obviously, from my point of view, Southall Football Club has got a lot of history. I mean, I'm here with an old West Ham player as well, Tommy Taylor. We played together in the 70s. And we actually had one of our top players came from Southall. Anyone remember the name of Alan Devonshire? Yeah. Dev was picked up at about 19. He was actually working in a warehouse, moving forklift trucks, and somebody spotted him playing for Southall, and he joined West Ham. And I always remember John Lyle, our manager. We had a couple of injuries, and Dev had only been with us 3 weeks, and he played really well. And we were playing QPR in the League Cup, and John Lyle said to Billy Bonds and myself, "We've got a couple of injuries, what do you think about Dev? He's trained really well." And we said, he's definitely got to go in. We've all been impressed with him in 3 weeks. And he played in the match against QPR and was never out of the first team after that. So it does show you that anyone can get into the game at some stage. You don't have to be there right through the Academy Centre of Excellence. They're picked up less nowadays from non-league football, but a club like Southall certainly in the past have produced players. My sort of, I suppose, support this evening is having started now to make that climb up again, to make the club or to head towards what it was before. What we hope, more than anything, obviously, is in my role, is to give everyone the chance in the locality to play the game of football. It's a great game. Believe it or not, girls' football now is the biggest girls' sport in the country. It's overtaken netball. So boys and girls, particularly in the mini soccer, 5 to 11s. We were talking about earlier how important it is to get that particular age group doing some sort of physical activity. We do some coaching sessions with some youngsters at primary school, and after about 10 minutes, some of them, unfortunately, are really tired. They're puffed out because they're not doing any physical exercise. So from just a general health point of view, it is really important to try and get your youngsters interested in sport. Whether it's football or not, I don't mind, but I think sport is a great platform for you to develop a whole range of social skills.
I think management, Honourable Member of Parliament Vrinder Sharma, Mr. Gautam, Mr. Charanjit Singh, organisers, volunteers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I welcome you to all London Borough feeling as a mayor. It is great honour and privilege to be amongst you for this wonderful fundraising and entertainment evening. I am honoured that you have invited me and my mayor's council for Meatman to be your guest tonight.
We have a bottle of Blue Label engraved especially in both their names, one to Sir Trevor and one to Mr. Vrinder Sharma. It's absolutely fantastic. It's also engraved, yes, 24 karat gold. There you go. So please, on behalf of Southall Football Club, the team, the management and the directors, to Sir Trevor Brooking and to Mr. Vrinder Sharma, with our humblest.
Thank you very much. Glad to see you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Starting bid is £400. Stephen Gerrard, signed and delivered.
Start whistling.